Welcome back, guys. We are back with the last match of the Four Queens Paradigm Chess 30 chess tournament. And what an event it has been. Exciting stuff all the way. Turns up and down on the chessboard. Mostly attacking heavyweight fights. But the previous game we saw some positional play as well. Of course, with some tactics as well. But I think Daniel forcing the players to respect positional play with his presence. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been exciting. So yeah, guys, remember positional principles. Daniel is breathing down your neck. So yeah, last game we have Lauren Willenberg with the white pieces, and no one can catch Lauren, of course. She is on 3.5 points, so an unofficial congratulations to Lauren already. We're gonna have to wait till the end of the tournament, but well done, Lauren. And of course, with the black pieces, it is Jessie February. She has got something to prove still as well in the event. She would like to finish off with a win, and okay, I can say from experience, well, it's nothing. There is still some satisfaction to beat the winner of the event. But besides that, if she wins, she can also still get into a tie for second place again with Robin. So a lot to play for still. But all in all, I think it's been a very pleasurable experience for everyone. Yeah, my tongue is failing me, guys. So it's been a long tournament. Anyway, so the position you see on the board is the final one from the previous game. One of the rare end games we had, Robin squeezing out a win there. So anyway, let's repack the board. And let's produce a new position. Have we seen this one before, guys? Are the ladies happy with it?
Yeah, looks interesting.
Okay, so the two dragon bishops on the left, the two knights on the right. We don't know where the action is going to come from. But in any event, we can discuss this further, myself and Daniel. For now, good luck to the two ladies. This is the last game of the event. You can mute yourselves, and Lauren, you can start the game whenever you are ready. Good luck. All right, Daniel, so pawn to d4 on the board. It kind of looks like a normal chess position as well.
So I think like in the previous game, I think d4, c4 is on the way to try and free the bishops as soon as possible. And
Yes.
then knight g3, knight f3 to develop the knights. That's what I expect. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably would say the same thing over there. So d5 on the board. Pawn to c3, so a bit more solid. Probably Lauren just wants to, well, or maybe she's also, maybe I'm starting to see a pattern as well, because she's been setting herself up like that and then aim for e4. So perhaps you'll see
f3, e4 again, maybe.
Yes.
I don't see why not.
So knight g3 and maybe play e4 or f3, e4.
Yeah.
So even with these few games we've had about, yeah, this is match number 12. We've seen some stuff develop. Khadija as well in her last two games has opted for the c6 and f6 structure with black, and with white she played c3 and f3. So
yeah, I think this f3 e4 idea in general seems to be quite strong. Just sort of getting the center. I mean, assuming it works, obviously.
Yeah, and maybe Daniel, maybe I was just gonna say I had an epiphany with the naming of we're talking about the variations, possible variations cooked up. You know, this c3 and f3 business in the Caro-Kann, I spoke with Ruben earlier on. That variation against the Caro-Kann with c3 and f3 is called the fantasy variation.
Fantasy variation.
And how appropriate is it with the dragons flying all around? Some fantasy over there.
Yeah.
So sounds like a novel. So yeah, fantasy structure for the dragons to fly around. And castling on the board. Is Lauren gonna play pawn to e4? I'm still dreaming of a H4. No one. Okay, I think
Yeah, that's what I
Rob,
was gonna say. Just throw H4 forward. That's the best.
Robin played
Um,
H4 the other 2 games ago. It didn't work out too well. But yeah, it's
mm.
exciting to see. E4 on the board though.
But H4 is like unpleasant to meet. The what does Black do? H5, I think it's
Especially
probably the
because you
only
castled already.
real option there.
Yeah, you don't want to go H5 if you
Exactly.
castle.
That's the reason. Yeah.
So that could have been an interesting option. Smart Sky says congrats. Yeah, and also thanks for joining. I think Jesse mentioned that Smart Sky is also one of the viewers on her channel. Of course, Jesse, a big time streamer, South African streamer, and just in general, she and Rebecca is doing quite well with their hashtag Twitch channel. So you can also check that out. Yeah, it's basically just hashtag Twitch. Twitch.tv// hashtag. So yes, South Africa is bringing it when it comes to the streaming as well. So yeah, nowadays, Daniel, with the times and age, you need to be a player, you need to be a commentator, and you need to be a streamer.
I mean, difficult to be a player nowadays. Just 'cause there's nothing to play.
Yeah,
Fortunately.
that's the
Mm,
sad part about it. Yeah, but
yeah.
I think we should just just stick it out and just try to improve theoretically as much as you can. The
Yeah.
time will come.
Definitely. Yeah.
We cannot
Got to try and
do
make the
anything but
best of
believe.
it.
Yeah. So the knight has landed on e4 as expected.
I'm still hoping for H4, H5 here.
Still possible, yes. Are we gonna see
Yeah.
some flair from Lauren since she has won the tournament already?
And long castles.
That's still possible,
Long
yes.
castles. And
On the other hand, a sister did do a great favor by winning the last game, securing Lauren already with the first position. So are we gonna see Lauren playing solid? Because on the other hand, Lauren needs to at least get a half a point so that there's no playoff, and then Robin will get first clear. So it will be interesting to see how Lauren takes this game on.
Dragon G4. Then we prepare E5.
That could be quite plausible, yes. But what do you do after H3 though? Pawn to B6 on the board.
Yeah, I didn't really think. I didn't really think past Dragon G4. um,
Yeah. Um.
uh, this does make sense.
Yeah. Put
Planning,
the
I
dragon
guess.
on B7,
I mean,
or the other one could
maybe
go to
play
A6 as
C5.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine you have dragons
A
on
Dragon
B7
A6
and
looks
A6.
decent. Try and prevent castling.
Yeah.
Mm.
But okay, White can immediately castle if she wants to. Probably the sober move to make.
Interesting. You've got to develop in an actual order there. You got to play Dragon A6 first, and then Dragon B7.
Yeah. Yes, otherwise you
Like
can't do it.
yeah, gotta yeah. Let's come on H4. Play
H4.
H4.
Can see some fireworks. And castling happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I probably wouldn't play H4 myself, just
No.
because of
I'm rooting
caution,
for it,
but
but I'd probably play castle in a heartbeat.
yeah. Rather leave like the risky stuff to someone else rather not
Yeah.
me.
So dragon to B7. So that does indicate that black should either then develop the other dragon to D7 or first get in C5. E4 is hanging though.
Mm.
Black would have probably not mind knight takes knight on F6 and then E takes F6, and then those pawns could be a good defensive barrier.
Yeah.
Make sure the king is safe on G8. Welcome, Bretterrock. Dragon to D3 played.
Dragon did what? Other one. Dragon
Yes,
C1 to
C1 to
D3.
D3, yes.
Otherwise, E4 drops.
Yes.
Okay. So how to develop the dragon in B8 again? Just like in the previous game, it's not the easiest one to get out.
Yeah. Dragon to
Dragon
D7, I
D7,
guess.
I guess.
Or you
And then,
should
yeah.
play C5, but yeah, then okay. I don't know if C5 is possible yet. Yeah, not possible. So Jesse's pondering, yeah, what to do.
Ideally, I think black should try and aim for E5,
Yes.
but it's not so easy to carry out.
So I guess that then Dragon D7 makes sense.
Yeah.
Brett, I think I disabled that emote, so you should be able to do it. I don't know. So you can go ahead and test it out. I think I disabled it. And Smart Guy says, let's go, Jesse. Don't forget to like the Paradigm Chess Study page on Facebook, guys, to get more information. There will be a mail section of this tournament also coming soon, very soon, probably very early January. So like the page, stay updated, and check out the other information about it and videos that they are out. Also go to YouTube and check out the Calvin Klaassen YouTube channel, Calvin Klaassen Chess. You can see it there at the bottom, right at the bottom of the screen. And there's actually 2 or 3. I think there's 3 videos on Paradigm Chess 30 already. One introductory video, and then 2 with instructive games being showed. So check it out, guys.
See, Dragon D7 was played.
Dragon D7, yeah. White to play, how shall we continue? Do you give the double pawns or not? You can take and then, oh, but okay, but it doesn't have to be double pawns. Yeah, okay, it has to be actually. The dragon can't take from D7 yet. So you could take on F6 and maybe play C4 even. And just say, okay, I've got more pawns in the center. I'm going to block you where I can. Or you
Seems
could play
like White's got a very slight edge here, but it's nothing significant.
Rook E1 is also
Just
a very
to the
natural
center.
move. But yes, you're right, Daniel.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not so easy to try and make progress here for White either. I think I prefer White definitely, but it's not like anything significant.
Black could also perhaps break with C5.
In general,
yeah, go ahead.
In general, in such positions, you start looking at the flanks. So you either start throwing the A pawn down the board or the H pawn down the board. In this position, it looks like the A pawn might be an option. Just A4 and A5, try and harass. Black will play A5 most likely.
And then C5
and
is
then we're
less.
back to square one.
C5 is then less appetizing for Black, so that could do something. Yes. Rook E1 just played very natural. I like Rook E1. Just keeping an eye on the E file, making it more difficult for Black to play E5.
I still want to see H4 though. H4, Queen C2, and then H5, hopefully.
Yeah, somewhere.
It would probably be more effective now. Knight takes F6 can now be played, which would weaken H5, and then you play H4, which makes H5 from Black less appetizing.
Yeah.
Another option is maybe Knight E5 at some point. I'm not sure when or how, but it could be an option, I suppose.
Maybe White could play Knight G3 next with the idea of Knight E5. Could work, but I've got the feeling that
Actually,
White...
Can't Knight E5 be played immediately?
Ah, because the dragon on
No,
d3 is
95
covering
is
it.
not hanging anything.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
right. So 95 is a possibility,
Yeah.
yes. I got the feeling that the white would love to also just get the dragon on b1 out. If you have a perfect world, you could play dragon c2, queen d2, rook a d1, and then there you have it.
Mm.
Knight to d5 on the board. So maybe hinting at knight f4.
Yeah. I think that's good. I think harassing the dragon on d3 is a good idea.
Blitzking, there's a link there. You can only play paradigm chess 30. So if you want to play normal chess, I would suggest you use one of the big sites. You have various sites you can use to play chess. Lead chess, chess.com, lots chess24, lots of places that you can play normal chess. So the one that the players are playing on, that's you won't be able to play normal chess.
So I'm wondering nothing, some sort of mating attack. I mean, knight takes h7 followed by knight g5 is check.
Queen h5
But
after
then the
that.
knight just drops back to f6. Yeah. The
Hmm.
knight drops back to f6. Nothing
Okay.
happens there for the moment.
But I mean, you could let's say black goes knight d to f4. But okay, you can always grab. Let's say knight d to f4. White grabs on h7. Black grabs the dragon on
Then the knight
d3.
covers h5.
Ah, the knight covers h5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Blitzking. So
I don't know, I'm
that
hoping
could
for some
work.
sacrifice at some point.
Yeah. No, it's heating up.
Something.
It's heating up.
Isn't knight e5 very annoying right now though? Because you can't take an e5 and the dragon bishop on d7 is attacked. Followed up with with queen h5, and I think things are looking quite scary for black. Here.
Yes, knight e5 does look quite nice. So black has to find something decent here. No pawns in the middle, which is a bit tough. So Blitzking, Rebecca's not playing in this event. There was only limited for this first one that we could only select 4 players. So yeah, maybe in the near future we could also see Rebecca, and it's good to hear that she's your favorite streamer. Always entertaining, Rebecca, on hashtag. So yeah. So Jesse's taking a time. What to do? Is h6 possible?
h6 doesn't look great, to be honest.
So imagine h6, knight to
I don't
e6.
know. Knight takes. Sorry, h6, knight 2.
Oh, you're saying knight f7. I was thinking about knight e6.
Knight e6. Okay. Yeah, that looks even better. Yeah, knight e6 looks great.
But knight f7 also
Yeah,
looks
knight
good.
f7 also looks devastating.
Yeah, knight
I mean,
f7 also
that
looks good. Yeah.
devastating.
So h6 is probably not
Knight
the move you want to
f7, I
play.
mean,
You have to play
yeah.
king takes and then what? Oh, but both dragons are looking at g6 actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
bishop
devastating.
takes, bishop takes g6.
Yeah. And yeah, time is a factor, Brett the Rock. Jesse's on 7 minutes, Lauren's on 11.5 minutes. Pawn to c5 played, so it seems like Jesse just thinks that she can ignore white's pieces aiming at the king side. Is this danger?
And knight e5 looks very strong.
Knight e5, yes. And then after, okay, you can't play knight takes e5. Oof. Yeah, that's it. That's it. But knight e5 has to come.
And dragon bishop on d7 goes somewhere. Not sure where. And then queen h5 is on its way.
Ooh.
As far as I can see.
Ooh. Yeah, that should be over. You don't even need to sacrifice anything. Just pieces are flooding. forward. So I think Jesse's in trouble here.
Black's not allowed to drop. Black's not allowed to drop back to f6. I think to try and defend. But not sure if it'll be enough. It's still, I mean, anything could still happen. It's still very, very early, but things are looking a little bit dangerous for Black here.
Yeah. Those dragons on B1 and D3. What do you call those? A dragon cannon. Not a
battery.
Yeah, I guess you can call that. You want to be so come on, Daniel. Let's spice it up. I mean, battery, we all know battery. I'm trying to be creative with cannon. You have to. Yes, battery is the correct term.
The most
Thank
basic
you.
term for it, battery.
So anyway,
Yeah.
knight e5 is on the board, and yeah, okay, it looks tough. It looks tough. So you'd move the dragon, but is a knight takes f7 still a possibility then? Let's say dragon to. Dragon to
Knight takes
e8.
f7 and knight takes h7.
Phew.
And then take on g6.
Take on g6. So maybe Jesse will have to play dragon to e8.
I don't see any other decent squares. I mean, there's also c8, but that's not too enticing either.
Yeah. Daniel, we've got a question in the chat
I think
box.
e8 is probably best.
Probably yes. Blitzking is asking, how many languages do you know?
How many languages do I know?
Yes.
I speak English as first language, so and I speak Czech as like also like a sort of second language. I understand some Afrikaans, but I wouldn't say I speak it.
All right.
So two.
So two, yes. So you would definitely say your Czech is better than your Afrikaans.
I'd say so, yeah.
Interesting stuff. Interesting. So there you have it, Blitzking.
Yeah.
Oh, and the question is for me too, apparently. I would also have to go with 2, unfortunately. I would like to say 3 or 4, but for now it's only English and Afrikaans. Afrikaans, of course, being my first language. But it's English and Afrikaans for me, Blitzking. Okay. But of course, on the chessboard, we start talking more languages. I mean, I know a bit of French. I know a bit of Sicilian. So we also have a third language. It's called chess. Daniel and myself, we share it. But today we've got a bit of an accent. It's called PC30. So yeah. So Blitzking is asking, you guys don't know Zulu? And unfortunately, I don't. I know some people that know Zulu, yes, but myself, no.
I don't know any Zulu at all. I did some courses at school, which as far as I know is relatively similar to Zulu.
I think there might be some things.
Yeah, so some carry over.
I don't know much though. Yeah. Okay, so Jessie is under pressure. She's taking her time. She's on 4.5 minutes. Lauren is on 10 minutes.
Yeah, things are looking dangerous, but I mean, like we saw in the previous game, things can change very, very quickly.
Yes.
So let's say dragon e8. What does white play? Queen h5, I assume.
Queen h5,
Only
threatening mate. How do you stop that?
The annoying thing is knight f6 though. The knight drops back. So maybe knight takes h7 first.
And queen h5.
So dragon e8, knight takes h7, knight takes h7, king takes h7, queen h5, check, king g8, and then knight takes g6, f takes g6, bishop takes g6, and I think mate will be coming soon.
Takes, but then black has knight f6 again.
Knight f6 still, yeah, actually. I was thinking queen h8 is mate there, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not mate, unfortunately, yeah. In the chat box, I used to follow cricket, but now I don't anymore. It's SA has had a tough time during my lifetime. Cricket is one of my favorite sports, but not of recent. No. I know South Africa is also big on cricket, but I haven't been watching cricket for a long time. I don't know about you, Daniel. I bearded the Zaid as
I
well.
used to
Welcome.
when I was, I used to when I was younger, but I also sort of stopped watching the last few years.
Yeah.
I don't know if I just sort of lost the patience for test matches or what it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been following much, to be honest.
Yeah.
Been obviously with the rugby still sort of we're following that somewhat.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, maybe one thing, I mean, if you talk about cricket, one of my memories that's but painstaking is watching Lance Klusener and Alan Donald that run out in the World Cup. That was a fiasco. I don't know if you saw that,
I think
Daniel.
a bit before my time, that one, I think.
But that
I
was
didn't hear about. I
heartbreaking.
know the players, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah. But in any event, let's not get too off topic here. We had the last match of our PC34 Queens tournament. Um,
So I see Dragon C8 was played, and that doesn't seem as good as E8 to me since it doesn't defend F7. So now I can see sacrifices
yes,
coming on
definitely,
F7 and H7
definitely.
very soon.
Yeah. So yeah, but interesting. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bearded Zaid is making me feel old, yeah. um, but good stuff, guys. So yeah, like you said, now that F7 seems to be screaming out, H7 as well. What to do next?
So let's say knight takes H7, king takes H7, knight takes F7. Then what?
Say again.
Looks like
Knight
G6 is
knight
falling.
H7, king takes.
Knight H7, king takes H7, and then knight takes
Knight takes
F7.
F7. Okay. Then if you take on F7, then dragon takes G6 check, king G8. And then maybe queen H5 then, because you don't have knight F6 because of dragon takes F7. That could be your way.
Yep.
That could be your way, yes. Yeah, no, this isn't just like you have to have. There's too many good options here. That's the only painful thing about White's position right now. Bearded Zaid is suggesting knight takes H7, queen H5, check, king G8. But we've spotted that if you go, but you don't have knight G5 now, eh? What after queen check and king G8? If you take on G6 twice and threaten a mate on H7, then knight F6 comes again. That's maybe the issue there, Zaid.
So what do you reckon will be played? I'm betting on knight takes H7.
I'm betting on taking on F7. I'm just gonna go different. I don't wanna go the same as you. Let's see what's gonna happen. Takes on F7, rook takes, and then okay, maybe I should have calculated first. But we saw some variation where you take on H7, but then I guess black isn't forced to take H7. So if you take,
that's the problem. I think knight takes H7 is more forcing.
Forcing and then on F7, you say maybe that is better.
Yeah.
But takes on F. Oh, okay, I get it now. Maybe knight takes H7 is the best way to go. So Lauren has taken some time here. She has enough time to do so. Maybe she wants to finish the tournament in a nice way as well. Jesse's definitely on the back foot. Rosemoon says knight takes H7 is dead.
does look that way, I think.
But tell me something. So knight a7, king takes a7, then knight takes f7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess then you have to capture. The queen is also under fire.
Yeah, knight also.
That
But
looks
what
good.
is the material count of that? It's 2 pawns for a knight up to bishop to dragon takes g6 check.
Okay.
But
Lauren,
yeah.
Lauren plays knight takes g6, Daniel.
Okay. Let's see.
So h
It doesn't
takes, I
seem
guess.
easy to sort of generate an attack after that. Yeah.
H takes.
Still knight takes f7. Anyway, let's see it.
Yeah,
I think
it
your
should
tempo
be
down there
entertaining.
over the other line.
Yeah. Blitz King was suggesting now bishop takes g6. So sacrificing the dragon over there. The only key
It might
defensive.
work, but if it doesn't,
Yeah, then you hold dragon
if it
down.
doesn't,
Yeah.
it's issues for white.
So the main defensive move
Yeah.
that black has up his sleeve is this knight f6 move. So Blitz King, the rules of this variant. Blitz King is asking why is it called a dragon? It's a dragon bishop because as you can see, they're red on the board. They can move like bishops, but they can also move kind of like knights. They move like a Chinese chess horse, which is in a straight direction, one square straight and one square diagonally. They can't jump over stuff, but if there's nothing in their way, it kind of seems when you've executed the move that it looks like a knight move. So the dragon bishops are quite powerful and they're worth about at least 6 points. That's why. Yes. So rook to
But he's
e4.
asking for what's the origin of the name.
Where are we now? I know it's a bishop, but how did you come up with the name dragon? So I've got no idea. The two creators of the game is Lorenzo van Niekerk and Craig Willenberg. So they came up with that name. So maybe one day they can explain why they call it dragons. They definitely can do a lot. They can move around. So yeah. Bearded Zaid said knight f6 and rook e3.
Rook e4.
Aha. So rook h4 perhaps, or what's the idea?
Yep. And things haven't really changed much. It's still looking very, very dangerous for black here. Rook h4, queen f3. Actually, not queen f3. Bishop, dragon bishop covers h3, so maybe not that.
Maybe black should play knight f6, and those dragon bishops still cover a lot of squares to stop the queen from getting closer. But it still looks dangerous, yes.
Maybe knight takes f7 still needs to be played at some point to continue the attack.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, in the chat, the game has been influenced by Chinese chess. So, in fact, the dragon has got two ways of moving, like the normal bishop and like the Chinese chess horse, the Zhangyi knight or the Zhangyi horse, Zhangyi. So yeah, definitely some Chinese chess influence. Okay, pawn to e6 on the board, eyeballing the knight on g5.
Things are becoming a lot more unclear now, I think.
Yeah.
previously before knight takes g6 is looking like one-way traffic. Now it's not so clear. Knight and g5 attacked. Not quite sure how to defend it.
Maybe
I mean,
queen
obviously there are
g4.
ways, but you sort of
Queen g4, knight
yeah,
f6,
maybe
queen
queen
h4.
g4.
That's maybe
Yeah,
an idea.
yeah, could be good.
Aha. Okay, queen g4 is definitely not the only way to go. But yeah, things are heating up. If white doesn't get this huge attack that he wanted, then things like the initiative swings up and down in this game. So white should just be careful.
Maybe playing as black as well. So I think queen g4 is best, like you say, because it sort of ties the knight down to the defense of h7. So let's say queen g4, knight f6, queen h4. Maybe then black should play rook e8 to try and free the f8 square.
Yeah.
Actually, queen g4, f4, f5 I didn't actually consider. Rosemoon's mentioning f5.
F5, yeah, but can't you still go queen h4? Just threaten mate anyway.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Then maybe knight f6 anyway.
Yeah, and then we move the rook. And
now the rook's attacked.
You can go knight takes e6 though, instead of moving the rook. That's possible.
Yeah.
Blitzking's asking after queen g4, what happens if black plays f6? Then I would probably suggest just the knight can maybe knight takes e6. Maybe knight takes e6 is possible.
Knight takes e6, yeah.
So yeah, knight f6 on the board. The rook doesn't look too great on g4. It was protecting the knight, but now I guess it can go to h4.
I think white should start being a little bit careful here, because after knight f6, rook h4, then there's queen d5, hitting the knight in g5 and the pawn in g2.
You have to play knight f3 after that, and then you're going backwards.
Knight f3, which is not ideal, sort of in reverse gear here, which is not what you want to.
Yeah. Rook to g3 is on the board. Jesse is down to 30 seconds. Why isn't there much money in chess? That's a good question, Blitzking. Maybe it's not the
very good question.
biggest spectator sport in the past, but maybe I mean online now with the top guys, there's a lot of money involved. Even this tournament, there's with PC30 chess, there's a lot of money up for grabs. Not all the events are like this, but with this one, the winner takes home 5,000 rand, second 4,000, third takes 3,000. And fourth place gets 2,000. So yeah, nowadays with the lockdown, chess has been somewhat moving up in the online category, and if you're really one of the best, you can actually make a lot of money on it. So Bearded Zaid is asking, with the added value of the dragon, is there less chance we'll see a sack on g6?
I think definitely, yeah.
Probably the case, yes. If you sack the dragon, you probably would like to calculate a mate or see something very nice. So you need to think twice.
But yeah, things have become a lot less clear now. C takes d4, d4 is going to be dropping. Then I'm not. The attack is looking far less clear now.
Yeah, and Lauren is also now down to less than a minute. Queen c2 is on the board. Maybe she's lining up, but still, even if you take twice on g6, still that knight on f6 is just a monster defender.
Yeah.
So it seems like Jesse did a great job to stay in this game, and she might be poised to take over the initiative. Knight to h5 on the board. That is now a very risky move to me, Daniel. Jesse's on 6 seconds, but she's gonna get a 15 seconds added to that.
Knight h5.
Knight to h5 is on the board.
H5, okay.
Can you play dragon takes g6 now? The viewers wanted
Yeah,
dragon
now,
takes
now,
g6.
now it looks tempting.
But after dragon takes g6
Oh.
takes, queen takes, then knight f6 back.
But yeah, now it looks like there could be some real mate threats there with the queen on g6. And knight takes e6 maybe? Doesn't that mate soon? So knight h5, bishop takes g6, f takes g6, queen takes g6, knight f6, knight takes e6, mating on g7 soon.
Aha. Interesting stuff. So we could see heavy tactics. Lauren down to 7 seconds.
Also-
Knight takes f7 is on the board.
Also a nice one. I was just looking at f7, but I was also looking at bishop takes g6, f takes g6, queen takes g6, knight
Ooh.
f6, and then knight h7.
Stuff is happening. Knight takes g3, knight takes d8. The queen is gone. Stuff is happening. I don't know what's happening. It seems like black just lost a queen. And it seems like Lauren has got a queen for a rook in this position. Yeah, lots of possibilities, Daniel. Couldn't keep up here. But that's true what you're saying. Blitz King and Boomshaka asked, why didn't Lauren just take on d4 instead of queen c2? Maybe she was still hunting for the initiative. Boomshaka also said, if knight f6 back, then maybe knight takes e6. Yes, exactly what Daniel was saying. And Smart Guy says, yes, time pressure for them both. And Blitzking says, after bishop takes g6, black has queen takes g5, perhaps. So now the only hope for Jesse is to actually get some initiative. The a1 is hanging, so queen takes b2, and the rook d1 check, king h2, but I don't see anything after that. Both players 30 seconds and less. Rook d1 check, king h2.
This is actually a bit of a, I think maybe bishop takes g6 was a mistake there. Because you forced to lose dragon bishop now on b1. Maybe bishop e2 was better instead because then you covered d1.
Yeah, but yeah, white should still have enough here. If you take the bishop on the dragon bishop on b1, then technically it's a dragon versus a queen. Interesting. And it happens. Rook takes b1, rook takes b1. Dragon c to d6. And we have a very interesting in-game type of position. Middle game, end game. And one can just but feel that black's king is still slightly uncomfortable with that dragon bishop on g6. It could be just an illusion though. Rook to e1 and the e6 pawn is also a bit weak. If black had his pawn perhaps on f7, I would say that black still has some good chances to fight with the dragon versus the queen, or to at least make it interesting. But right now I'm not feeling too solid about black's position. And Smart Guy says, yes, a very interesting game, last game, yeah. Rook to f8 played. E6 is hanging. What's happening after rook takes e6? Maybe dragon to c4. Rook takes e6 played. Dragon to c4 played. Jesse on 8 seconds. With 15 still to be added. Lauren on 35 seconds. E6 is hanging. B2 is hanging. She should probably play something like... Dragon to e7 is played with check. Aha. But now king h8, rook h6 would be mate. A very nice move over there. And by the way, the rook on f8 will be hanging as well. So king f7 seems like the only reasonable move. King h7 would have allowed dragon takes f8 check. Lauren on 35 seconds again. What's happening over here? The dragon, now the rook is also hanging on e6. So what to do? There's no queen e2. There's no queen e5. Both squares are covered by the dragon on c4. The rook is also hanging on e6. 12 seconds for Lauren. Is there no counter move with the queen? Maybe she'll... Looks like she's gonna have... Okay, queen to d4. Now dragon to... Why not dragon takes... Rook. Okay, rook h8 check was played. Dragon h4. Dragon takes e6 should happen. And again, a turnaround here, Daniel.
Yeah. This is a complete switch here. It's gone from completely winning for
It's a
white,
time
I think,
scramble.
to completely winning for black. Yeah, unfortunately, time obviously plays a huge role in these positions.
Yeah, Bloodskin was suggesting queen b4 that would have attacked f8 as well. And now Jesse captures the dragon on h4, and we have two dragons versus a queen. What an interesting endgame for the PC30 4 queens last match. White, of course, has this massive pawns on the king side, 3 versus 1. Jesse having the 2 pawns on the queen side. I mean, this is now... I wanted an endgame, Daniel. This is what you call a paradigm chess 30 endgame.
Yeah, Roseman was saying that there was dragon g5 check, which does seem to be completely winning after king h7, which we didn't see.
Oh, okay. Of course, Rose Moon is attuned to the dragon tactics by now. She is, of course, one of our contestants. So, yeah. Well spotted over there. Queen h5, check. Lauren is on 15 seconds. Jesse is approaching 30 seconds.
Yeah, this looks difficult for white, especially. I definitely take the 2 dragon bishops here.
Yeah, so I think essentially black should be pushing the pawns on the queen side, strategically speaking. Probably king e7. But king e7, then queen b7 check. So king to g7 now. Oh, but queen b7 check is not a move. Dragon takes b7.
Yeah.
So Jessie is down to 6 seconds, but she'll get another 15 once it's her turn. And this is tense. Both of these ladies need to operate now with very little time. Jessie is fighting for a chance to play for second place. And if she wins, she will get into a tie break with Robin. So
yeah, white basically needs to try and win that pawn a7 as far as I can see. So queen a8 maybe.
Yeah, something like that, just to...
After king g7.
It's not easy for Jessie to convert. Queen will be pesky. Pawn to a5. I don't know if you should do that. Capture. I think that's making it easier because essentially black wanted to swap off or create a pass pawn. But queen c3 check, picking up the a5 pawn. Dragon f to e5 perhaps? I don't know. Instead, dragon d to e5 is played by Jessie. Queen takes a5, and is the a7 pawn doomed? Nope. Dragon to d4, and now maybe black should think of connecting the 2 dragons. Both of them are picking up a bit on the clock at least. Queen to a4 hitting the dragon. Dragon f to e5 played. And there's no checks. Queen to d7 falls to dragon takes d7. But the question is, how does black push the pawn forward? Maybe dragon e to c6 next, Daniel. And then a5 can be played.
Yeah.
a5 and a4 is controlled. So... Whew. Queen A6 played. King H6. Maybe, okay, Jesse's trying to avoid some checks because maybe dragon to G4 was an idea. Dragon to G4 with a pinned F pawn. There's gonna be some tactics here, maybe.
Yeah, I think tactics are probably gonna be going black's way most likely.
Yes.
Unfortunately for white there. But if white can maybe get the kingside pawns rolling, then there's some counterplay chances.
King to H5. Pawn to F4 played. Probably dragon to C6 would threaten dragon to B5, double attacking the king and the queen.
Yeah.
Jesse going back to F6 instead. Blitz King is asking, did you ever play quantum chess? I don't know quantum chess. Daniel, do you know quantum chess?
I'm not aware, but I haven't. I played some of the Lee chess variants.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what quantum chess is.
Yeah, both of us don't know.
Is quantum chess? I think is that one on Lee chess? I'm not sure. Otherwise,
no clue. And who is your chess idol, if any? Blitz King asks.
I mean, I've got a handful, I guess, but yeah, I always liked Karpov when I was younger.
Yeah, Karpov is also one of my idols, but probably the original one is Garry Kasparov. Yeah, those are a couple. He says that Lichess is not quantum is not on Lichess.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, it was atomic chess that I played, not quantum.
Yeah, he
chess.
also actually mentioned now atomic chess is on.
Yeah, I see.
Pawn to G5 played, so black is trying to. It seems like Jesse kind of missed the idea that I saw there because some tactics. The white king is also very, very stuck over there, by the way. So I think Jesse kind of missed the opportunity or was missing the opportunity on the queen side with the bishops. She's playing G5. Not sure if you want to open up or give away the last pawn that's stopping the checks. Queen to C4. Takes on F4. Takes on F4. On the other hand, Jesse's king is creeping. Oh, and Rose Moon has just spotted it. Dragon to E3 was just a killer, Daniel.
My position is a little bit behind, so I can't quite see the position yet. But
Yeah.
I'll have a look just now.
All right.
Was Dragon E3? Oh, I see now. Dragon E3. Was it played yet?
No, King H5 was played. So. King H5 was played instead.
Okay. If white can sort of unravel, I mean, get the connected pawns going, maybe there's some chances. I see like maybe a queen.
Okay, dragon to B5 check wins it. Dragon to B5 check. Whoa, dragon to E5. What is that? Am I going crazy, guys? What's happening? Couldn't Lawrence just take the dragon on E5? I'm missing. Pawn takes dragon would just be winning. Oh no, but then dragon B5 check anyway. Maybe she saw that, but queen takes dragon. Then you pick up both dragons. Yeah, I'm losing the plot here. So it seems like Jessie is still in control here with the two dragons. She's picked up a pawn. And Lauren is furiously trying to keep the Black King busy with the checks. Rosemoon mentioned King E4, Queen F3 mate.
That's actually quite a nice one.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think White is slowly losing all the pawns here.
Yeah.
Same here, Blitz King. I didn't really watch it, but yeah, it's a lot of dragons on the tongue. Rosemoon says you should organize another tournament, haha. And Bearded Zaid says, does this channel accept donations? Of course it does. So you can just click, if you go to the bottom of the channel there, if you click on About, just click on About, and then you'll see their donations. Click on donations and it will take you to my page on YouTube where you can find the details to donate. So you are very much welcome to donate, and that would be mighty kind of you. Just don't forget to press more details once you get onto the page to get the full details. Yeah, so there we have it. So Black has even won the last white pawn, and this is torture. Jesse is torturing Lauren in this position, and Jesse is fighting once again. Jesse is fighting to get into a playoff versus Robin. It will, if a playoff happens for second place, it will be 2 blitz games, 5 minutes with a 10-second increment.
I reckon the best bet now for
Dragon
white
to
is
C2 is
you
winning,
hope
eh?
the G4 pawn. Okay, G4 pawn gets taken, and hoping for some stalemate tricks maybe.
Okay, and they just Jesse just spotted
see.
a double attack. Daniel, Jesse has taken it.
Okay, sorry, I'm a bit behind.
Yeah,
then.
no worries, fully understandable.
Okay.
Okay, great stuff. Can you yes? Can the two of you yes?
Yes.
Jesse, can
I'm
you
still
yes?
shaking.
Aha.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Sorry, I didn't know you could see like the mouse shaking as well. Like I'm completely lost.
No
Well
worries.
done, Jesse.
I need to just yeah, let me just ask a question. In fact, Daniel, can you ask him a question, because I need to get my computer out of the sun here. It's heating up.
Yeah, sure. In that position where you played knight takes g6, did you look at knight takes h7?
I did, but she's got the intermediate move there, knight, what was it, knight f4, knight g4, attacking my dragon, and then I can't queen or h5 check anymore. After king takes.
I was looking at sort of like a double sacrifice with knight takes h7 and knight takes f7.
Yeah, I think that's why I spent so much time, and then next thing I saw, I was in the red. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting position that.
I mean, you played the opening really well, and to be honest, after I was just developing, I was like, okay, in the previous games I didn't develop, and now I need to develop, and then somehow you were just better, and I mean your bishops are really strong on that diagonal, but I kept forgetting the bishops could move like a knight as well.
Yeah.
It's an
I think
important
I'm starting
factor
to find the exact moves there in that position. Yeah.
Sorry, Daniel, and just congratulations to you, Lauren, for winning the event. Still, even with the loss, you still won it by a clear half a point. And Jessie has now just up the score up to 3 points, which means she's half a point actually behind you in second place with Robin. That's also on 3 points. Khadija ended up on 2.5, half a point behind them. So it was a tight affair. And this means that the action is not completely over yet. Jesse, you are now playing in a tiebreak against Robin. It will be a 2-game blitz, basically. 5 minutes with a 10-second increment. So I would suggest that we take a small break. Are you fine with that, Jesse?
Yeah, I can even stay on the Zoom call if you want.
Yes, we can do that.
Myself and,
that would be fine. And yeah, so let's see. Yeah, we will also have to get Robin on Zoom. But yeah, well done to the both of you thus far, or for the event. Thanks for entertaining us. Well done to the Four Queens champion Lauren Willenberg. And yeah, so there will be a playoff, guys. We are going to take a small break, but we will be back very soon with the final playoff for second and third positions. So yeah, thanks Daniel as well. I'll have to check if Daniel is still available for this blitz off. But yeah, let's stop there, and yeah, see you guys soon. Well done to the both of you. See you guys just now. Cheers.